Hello and welcome back to SubbuteoFest Tabletop Football, where I thought we'd do a bit of a little bit of a chat video because I haven't done one for a while, and I like to keep you updated with a few things. So let me just move these coppers out of the way. Rounding up some City fans, get them out of the way as well. So today is Monday. The weekend just gone was SubbuteoFest 22. There were events on both the Saturday and Sunday night. So competitions both days and stalls both days. And on Saturday evening, there was something called, which I think was a new thing, I don't think they had it last year, called TFI Subbuteo, hosted by Stuart from Subbuteo Collector. Now, I didn't go to the daytime on a Saturday, but I did go to TFI Subbuteo. And what was that about? Well, basically, there's a bunch of people had come up that are all into Subbuteo, different types of, different fields of it, collectors, competition players, a few sort of stadium build people. You had all sorts of, I suppose you call them Subbuteo celebs. So Subbuteo Collector himself was there, he was the main host. I got there, I was early, so they were all still doing the competition. So I was the first one there, and I thought, oh, what's going on here? But when everyone turned up, and we all had a pint, and, you know, we were getting on with it, it was a good laugh. Bit chaotic, I think even Stuart would admit that. But it was a good laugh, so we were all, it's a bit of camaraderie going on. The format was, Stuart was getting people up on stage, and we did a draw, and then for who was going to be rated in the competition next day, sort of who they were playing, where they were placed and that. And that was fun, and I hope that they do that next year. And I hope some of you come along to it because it was a good laugh. So that's the first thing. On the Sunday, they had, and people may correct me if I'm wrong on this, a traditional or old Subbuteo groups stage sort of knockout thing. So how that worked was, if you were playing, you had to play 3 matches, and then, you know, it was like a group table basically. So if you're the top, presumably you go through to quarterfinals and semi-finals. Now, fella you probably all know called Simon, he collared me and sort of twisted my arm into playing. So, and I wasn't really going to play because, as you know, I have a very different sort of take on Subbuteo, and this is my little, I think I said this to someone when I was there on Saturday night, this is my little empire, so this is where I go to get away from people. I don't play Subbuteo to sort of mix in, really. There's other aspects of my life I do that, like for instance go into actual football. So yeah, I guess I went there thinking, nah, I'm not going to play, but I ended up playing. So I ended up playing 2 matches. The first match I was meant to play, whoever was the opponent didn't show, so that was that done. I think they work out that if the other person doesn't show, you get an automatic 3-0 win, so that counts as, you know, sort of 1 win. And then the last 2 matches I played, I lost them, so that was me done. But you know, it was a good experience to try it. I suppose that's a sort of taster of what it's like to be in a club a bit. I did get an invite to go down to the club in Bristol at Manor Farm. So, you know, thank you for that invite. I believe the club there runs on a Monday night. Again, correct me if I'm wrong. So if anyone watching this is interested and you're in the Bristol area, do get down there and have a go at that. Will I be going? I might pop in. I won't be a regular, if I'm honest. I'm quite happy squirreled away like a hermit here, doing my own thing. But I'm not going to rule out never going. Like so. So yeah, I might pop down at some point, but I'm not going to be a regular. As for taking part in the competitions on SubbuteoFest, and in fact other Subbuteo events, might have a go at that again. It was quite fun, and people that I was playing against sort of taught me through it because I wasn't familiar with the rules they were using. So I think I will have a go at that again, perhaps next year. Some of the more serious competitions, I mean, honestly, that's not for me, but you know, there's a lot of people getting a great deal of enjoyment out of it. So big up on that. I hope that continues. In fact, I hope it gets bigger. And how was that whole thing anyway? To be honest, came across quite a sort of professional setup. I was quite impressed in how it's grown from last year, and it can only get bigger and better. So if you didn't attend this time, or in fact if you haven't been at all, I would say make sure you make time in it in your calendar for 2023, because if you're into any aspect of Subuteo at all, you will get something out of it. Stuart was chatting to me about how he could draw in solo players like me, and I'll be honest, Stuart, if you watch this, I don't think you have to try to do that. To be honest, you know, I'm a solo player and I went and I enjoyed it. So perhaps you just need to get the word out to solo players that you can come along, you don't have to do anything if you don't want to, and you know, just enjoy it for what it is. What I would like to see, and this is another idea, is hang on, let me just have a drink. God, it's incredibly smoky now. It's the Lagavulin 16-year-old. I took it on a festival we went to the other week. Managed to smash most of the bottle in. Anyway, yeah, normally, as we talk about whiskey, I don't really go for smokies. I prefer sweet. I've got a bit of a sweet tooth, or what's remaining of it, so I tend to go for sweeter things. Like Jim Beam Red Stag, that's my favourite tipple, usually when I'm in here. Anyway, I'm digressing here. What was I chatting about? About how you can get solo players back into or attending SubbuteoFest. So that's that. You know, that was my plan. Just I think they'll come along. But one thing I think might attract people is if we had some sort of stadium set up. So that's something that did seem to be missing there. Now I know there's a lot of you out there who do 3D printing of stuff. Subbuteo Asylum, who supplied this pitch, he does 3D printing of bits and pieces. I know there's a few other people out there that do 3D printing, and also I think there's people that do like board cut out stadia as well. It would be nice at next SubbuteoFest to see as a solo player, to see some sort of stadium set up. I would like that. Perhaps there's someone out there in the community that's built a stadium. I know there's people that have built much grander stadia than I've got here. I mean, this really is a ragtag rovers compared to what some people are building. But it would be nice to see something set up in the hall for the 2 days. You could go, chat to the guy, perhaps have some people that do 3D stadium printing, chat to them about what it is they make and how things work together. You know, that'd be nice. So as a solo player, I'd like to see that. I expect some of the competition players would like to see it as well. So yeah, that's one idea. What else can I tell you about it? It's just good laugh. Just get along, join in, and let's not let it fade away. Because I'll be honest with you, this can be a massive event every year, and I think they should expand it. So I think it should be a Friday night and a Saturday and a Sunday. Alan from Wobbly Hobby, he was there, and he was sort of half joking, but I think he was half serious as well, talking about doing a 24-hour competition event. So if you did it over 2 days, obviously you could fit that in. And I tell you what'd be good as well, if you could do it so, I don't know if people are into camping or not, but it is in the summer, so perhaps you could have like a camp somewhere near a campsite, or get a campsite nearby and get some people staying over. So you could do like 2 nights and then go into SubbuteoFest. That'd be a good laugh as well. So that's my ideas for SubbuteoFest. Anyway, I'm back now, and I did last year, if you remember, I was sort of so in awe of it all that I rushed around to buy something, and what I bought was these bad boy boxes, Solo Keepers, which for the last year have been absolutely amazing. I should get some more really in case they break or something, but they're fairly sturdy. But that was last year, so that's all I bought. This year I did buy some other things, so I will do a close-up video in a moment of the bits and pieces that I bought, and you can have a look at those. All right? Was there anything else I was going to chat to you about? Oh, yes. Shall I tell you? I had a conversation. I'll tell you what, I'm not going to tell you the detail. I'm going to say I had a conversation with Stuart as part of, because he interviewed me on stage as part of TFI Subbuteo. And he said something there which it's just sparked my imagination a bit. And I've been thinking about it really since. Now I've got, some of you may know that I do another channel as well called Woodland Life, which has nothing to do with Subbuteo. And I've got to do some stuff for that on Friday. So I may do another video and tell you about that then. But until then, stay tuned for the sort of, is it an unboxing video? It's more like an unbagging video of the things I bought at SubbuteoFest 22. And as ever, up the gas. Cheers. God, that's powerful stuff, that. Nice though. Laters.